So a little bit of the history of the brewery. It started in 1992, so it's been around for 27 years, which is a fair long time for a brewery, particularly as an independent brewery, because most brewers or breweries that have established themselves and got to the size of the Hogs Brewery would have been brought out by a bigger concern, you know, a global company, one of the big boys. Yeah. So we're still independent and quite proud of it, and I think that comes through in the character and the quality of the beers, and certainly a lot of the initiatives that we do here. So 1992, and it started by a guy called Martin Hunt, and he was a brewer, a home brewer, a hobbyist. Yeah, and he was brewing, and he had in mind a beer that he wanted to drink, and he played with the recipe until he came up with the beer that he had in his mind, and that beer is tea. So if you know the brewery, I'm pushing against an open door. You've tried tea. During the 90s, at early stages of the brewery's life, other beers came out like Hop Garden Gold. Completely different character to tea. It's a blonde, it's an amber, a blonde beer, light, 4.4, very refreshing. So a different texture. And then going the other way is Ripsnorter, 5%, slightly more complex in its flavours, 5% a bit more powerful, but it's a ruby amber beer. So that's how the brewery started. A range of beers emerged in the 90s. Year 2000, tea won the best bitter in Great British Beer Fest. So that was I mean, loads of awards have been won throughout the life of the brewery, but that was the one that was significant in terms of, you know, the best in class, and then it came champion beer runner-up. So 2000, that gave it more national appeal. And then go forward to 2011, a guy called Rupert Thompson bought the brewery. It was Martin, it's his baby, he built it up, he had a backer in Tony financially. 20 years brewing, not a bad stint, is it? Okay. But he wanted to move on, but it was his baby, and he was really, really determined to keep it independent. So Rupert came in, he's had his whole career in brewing, he's a marketeer. So when he came in, if you know the brewery, around that time was when the branding changed to be like it is now, from it was more like a cottagey type of effect before. And Rupert has got a few things going on with the industry. He used to own Witchwood, you know, Hobgoblin. Yeah. Yeah, he used to work for Bass, Marston. He's done work for Moorland, you know, Old Speckled Hen. Yeah. When he was at Old Speckled Hen, when he was at Moorland, he was just a cask ale there, drinking the cask ale in the pubs, and it was varying quality. It leaves the brewery fine, very good. But so he created the cask mark. Have you ever seen cask mark? Yeah. So it's all about, the idea at the time was all about helping, educating the publicans about serving fresh quality beer. So you got accredited to your cask mark, and that's one of the initiatives that Rupert kicked off about 22 years ago. So there's a range of things he's done over his career. He saw real substance here at Hogs Brewery, which is why he bought it. But he's kept to his word, he's kept to his pledge. We're still independent. There's a number of other things he's done since he's been here, which I'll comment as we go through. But significantly, when he got here, 2013, we started producing Hogstar. Hogstar is our English craft lager. Anyone tried it?
But yeah, 20 minutes ago.
Oh right, what do you think, guys?
It's tasty.
Yeah, so we'll comment on that as we go through. But obviously back then, the craft beer phenomenon was well and truly going, wasn't it? And if you're a brewery concentrating on ales, if you haven't got the market in your sight and you're not producing the breadth of beers, you can get left behind. You know, tea is fantastic, 60% of our sales, but we needed to be able to fill the market. So Hogstar came out, our second biggest seller. Tea is obviously the first. And then the other thing Rupert did was commissioned Hazy Hog. Hazy Hog is a cider. We don't brew the Hazy Hog, it's brewed by Thatcher's, but to our recipe, you can only buy it through ourselves. And the recipe is high quality ingredients, as are beers, to keep consistent. in terms of our reputation. A lovely cloudy, as in hazy hog. So there we go. So we're independent, 27 years in, and the range is increasing. And there's a few other beers we'll try as we go through the tour.